Welcome back, everyone, to Lay It on the Table podcast. I am Leah the Doll. We have Wes here, owner of City Vodka. We got Tara, Stephen L, and D-Lo. Welcome. How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I'm happy to be here, actually. You know what I'm saying? I feel great. I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah, man, we happy that you're here, man.
Shit, man. I'm thinking about little old me. Yeah, it's cool, man. So
Little.
hey, look.
Big old.
We gotta start
Big
somewhere, you know,
West
shit.
in the building.
Hey, I take Big West. They call me that on and off the camera, you know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. So what made you think about me? How did I pop up?
I thought about you because you're running shit. Like, you have your own vodka line.
Damn.
And I wanted to know, like what made you go through with your vision of keeping this line? Like, what made you
Get started with that? Well,
get started? And
it's a really, I ain't gonna bore you with the whole long story, but a really long story short, my background was entertainment. I had some pretty cool recording studios. I did movies, production, all that stuff like that. I've had everybody you could think of in there. I've had one of my really good friends, Ponce de Leon. He was in there. He did his thing, man. And so, but from there, I was building a bar, and one of the employees was like, "Hey, don't pay for it. I got somebody that might come in and pay for it for you." I said, "Okay, well, shit, fuck it. Save some money." You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool.
Right.
So I was like, all right. So the person came in. He walked around. He had his own brand. He had a brand called Cloud9 Vodka at the time, and we built this lounge in there called the Cloud9 Lounge and all the shit. Built a bar and all that, and then I ended up shutting the studio down after a little bit of time. I just didn't see eye to eye with the investors that I had brought in, and they didn't see the vision. It was more. Don't get me wrong, I love money, but it wasn't for the money. They were for the money. I'm for the people and the money, So, anyways, we shut it down, and I went to go check on a lot of relationships that I accumulated over all the years of having the studio, and he was one of them. And he was like, "Well, come to my warehouse, come check it out." I was like, all right, cool. So I went down there, checked it out. He had about 50 cases of vodka in the corner. I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing, man?" He's like, "Yo, that's why I needed your help. You had all the celebrities. You had Eddie Murphy. You had all these people. You were helping the brand." And I said, "Well, shit, well, I ain't got it now. So how can I help you? You know what I mean? Like, what can we do now? You know what I mean? Like, shit, this seems like a great opportunity. I don't know anybody that has a liquor, you know what I mean, that I know personally." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Well, shit, yeah, help me." So anyways, long story short, got involved with him, made him a little over $1 million in the first like 9-10 months, and then he disappeared, took off, and went and took his brand to California, started another brand, and I believe his brand was Wildfire Vodka, and now don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on this man. I still give my flowers to him because he taught me the game. Everything that I know about this alcohol shit, I learned from him. So, could it have gone down a little better? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I wasn't mad at it, so I ain't mad at him. I'm just telling a story. So I ended up talking to a couple girlfriends of mine, Heather and Holly. They work for ESPN, and their opinion means a lot. They're really connected in LA, and I was having a conversation with them one day, and this is when LA was on fire, Australia was on fire. I mean, koala bears were jumping out of trees trying to jump in people's cars. It was crazy. It was fucked up. So I was like, you know what my boy should do? He should donate 10% of his proceeds to the fire department to help fight these wildfires, since his shit's called Wildfire Vodka. And they were like, "Oh, that's great." So they ended up hooking me with whatever the lady's name is over there, Fox 7 or Fox 11 in LA. They wanted to do a whole story on it, and then they hooked me up with the board of LA, and they ended up giving me a $15,000 month or $15,000 quarterly budget for advertising and marketing to try to raise awareness and get more people to buy the vodka, so the vodka brand could donate more to help the wildfires and all things. Right. So anyways, well, unfortunately, my boy that had the vodka company, he likes to do business a little his way. Yeah, he likes to do business his way, right? And so I was like, all right, I go to him and I said, "Yo, I got this idea. I got this thing set up for you. He said, I told him everything. He said, man, Wes, he said, man, that's a great idea. He said, but I don't really want them all in my business like that. I said, what the fuck you mean you don't want them all in your business? Is you still doing that weird shit? Like,
Oh, he's some black market shit.
Damn. So I was like, all right.
Now.
I said, all right. So I sat there to myself and I said, man, how can I said, I want to help these cities. I want to help like Florida and its hurricanes, Flint and its water, and the fires in LA and all these things. Like, how can I help the city? But I ain't got no vodka. How can I be like the city's vodka? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. And I sat on it for about a couple of days and woke up and I was like, that's it. City vodka. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to create City Vodka. So I ended up creating City Vodka.
You came up with the name. Huh?
Right, yeah. So I came
How long ago was that?
That was the end of 2018.
Okay, so that's not that long.
Actually, beginning of 2019, because I ended up creating the LLC in November 12, 2019. Okay. So, and then from there, I said, well, how can I capitalize on that? So then from there, ended up starting a charity called Give a Sip. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I help these different cities and won't do all these things, because everybody's always asking, and I tell them it's because I give a sip. You know what I'm saying? So every sip or bottle of City Vodka that's bought, a donation goes to the Give a Sip Foundation, which helps cities. Because I would have loved to in the beginning, or when COVID was happening, all the restaurants and places and nightclubs that believed in me, I would have loved to be able to help keep their doors open. Because I thrived during the pandemic, because everybody was drinking from home. You know what I'm saying? They went to the liquor stores and went to the shit. So I was like,
especially
shit.
The white women. The white moms? Oh, man, they were drinking.
It was at home. Yeah. Yo, shout out to the white women for paying my bills. But yeah, man, it was a crazy time, but I was able to thrive through it, and and I just wish I could have helped those businesses that helped me, that gave me an opportunity. I wish I could have helped keep their doors, or at least pay a few bills, or do something to help. So anyways, long story. Now we're here. Now we can do that.
Yeah.
So whatever. That's
so who have you helped?
Well, the charity actually we just finalized the charity about 2 months ago. So the first kickoff of the help actually doesn't start here in the country. It actually starts in Africa. We are working on creating new ways to create fresh water, but also donating water in the time being, because I go through hundreds of gallons of water that I have to end up discarding because I clean it so well, and that if it sits too long, it ends up going bad. Right. So, but if I bottle it and I keep it away from air, right, then it's good for a long time. So it's like, all right, well, shit. So, I'm just donating pallets and pallets of water to Africa. But the launch of that starts with a really good friend of mine, Khalil. Khalil's who is London on the Track's dad, right? So he's actually putting together a whole tour for Kanye in Africa. He's got 12 countries, which is really dope because those stadiums out there hold, like 90,000 people. I mean, they're huge. So City Vodka's debut will be in Africa, going overseas, launching it. Its first overseas venture will be Africa, and then at 200,000 bottles. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
So we'll do. Yeah, it's cool. All right. So
I feel like we gotta start touching back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Africa. At the end of the day, as Black people in America, we the only race really don't know where we're really from. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to touch back and go out there and learn something. Like Nipsey was saying, him and his brother was going back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So that's dope what you're doing with the water. With the bottles, bring the bottles out there. That's super dope.
They need it, man. That's a lot of them third world countries out there, especially some of them little towns and stuff like that. Man, they don't have no access. That's crazy, man. It's really crazy once you learn about all that.
Yep. And a friend of mine, he's in the military, and he was talking to his captain or sergeant or whatever, And they were really excited about it. And they ended up calling him one day, and I was sitting. He put him on speakerphone. He was like, "Man, he said, man, this is such a good opportunity. This is great, man. Of course, we're gonna take this. Da, da, da. We're gonna put this shit on the back of these of our whatever size plane it is, and we're gonna push it off, and we're gonna drop pallets of that shit with parachutes, and we're gonna drop it in the rural areas, and we're gonna do." I'm like, I was like, shit, all right, bet.
Like on some 80s cartel. Some 80s. That's like some 80s Colombian drug shit.
Right.
And fly, man.
Yeah,
because they don't drop that shit by Pitty Lions.
Hey, but you know what, Wes? I want to rewind it back for a second, man. You said you mentioned London on Track, and aren't you A&R for London on Track?
Yeah. I did some work for London. Yeah,
okay.
And we had a few great opportunities. Those people got signed to great deals.
Okay.
Unfortunately, on their behalf, they ruined it. So yeah. And then around that time, so I had about 5 people get signed. Going that direction. My signing rate is impeccable. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but anybody that I decide to put my hands on, and I really believe in, I end up getting a deal. You know, it's never been.
Quick. So if I seen you around some artists out here and they ain't signed, that means they weak then, huh?
They just didn't have what it took, or they were good on their own. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I didn't want to get in the way of just. Listen, making money in the music industry is not necessarily the easiest thing. So I don't want to be the person, if you already have the relationships and connections, I don't want to be in the way and also putting my hand in that pot as well too. You're already good. I can chop it up with you and just kind of maybe point you in the right direction, but you're already going in that direction. So I could just,
if it's not broken, fix it.
Yeah.
So with some artists now, they probably cocky. They feel like, they don't know how to go out and get a fan base. They just feel like, oh, I'm good. But you have to go out and reach out to these crowds. You just can't perform in your city. You got to travel. You got to invest into yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you want to look at it like this, and you say, all right, I'm an artist. I'm popping in my city. I can do this and that, right? And I don't need to go anywhere. I'm not going to travel. Everybody loves me. I got views from over here and over there and over wherever. So if I had an opportunity to ask you, would you like your music played in rotation heavily here in Arizona along with the rest of the country? Or would you rather just have it here in Arizona? What would the answer be? They're gonna be, well, shit, yeah, my shit gonna play everywhere. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You have to go sell yourself. You got to go convince those markets. You got to do it all. It's a fucking job. It's a job.
Man, everybody just moving around, bro. Like I done been in any state you could think of. I'm from Chicago, so like I was just hungry. You get what I'm saying? Like I come from nothing, so. I just feel like if it's a million people doing what I'm doing, I got to outwork them.
Oh, 100%.
You know ain't no sleep in this. If you really want to get to the top, sometimes it ain't no sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be waking up like, I'll go to sleep at 12 and wake up at 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's something I could be doing,
It's like, how bad do you really want it?
Yeah, you know that saying. Well, it was a saying or not, but it's like there's always somebody else somewhere across or wherever doing exactly what you're doing, wanting it as bad as you want it, or maybe even more. Right. They did 10 more push-ups than you did. Yeah, you did 100. They did 110. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? That's different. And how do these people in this world of all these artists choose you if they don't know you're there? Mm-hmm. Right. So you gotta let them know you're there.
You
right.
Do.
So that's
everything
it's really
is
simple.
About, anything in life now is about selling yourself.
Yeah. Right.
That's why you think like OnlyFans so big. They on there selling themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The game didn't change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Right. Wes, what was the first investment you made in your life? Very first one that started all.
Myself. And I say that because I was tired of trying to convince people to invest in me. And I realized that nobody, not nobody, but a majority of people don't necessarily want to help you until you're able to help yourself in some sort of way, because they don't. If I'm telling you, hey, I want to build this and create that, and I'm just telling you it, but I've done nothing in the steps to get to that, I don't expect them always to give me any money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the people I'm willing to invest in, like, you know, when you see people like you guys yourself right now, like constantly pumping out episodes, doing things, and having these podcasts, and always having people on, and the equipment's getting better and better, and the quality's getting better and better. Then it's like, I don't mind investing in that, like, you know what I'm saying, because it's progression. It's constantly it keeps moving. But if you just come to me with an idea, then I'm like, good idea, but I want to see you do it first.
Let me see you do it.
Yeah, but the problem is people take offense to that. Yeah. They're like, he don't believe in my shit. He doesn't want to, man, fuck him. He don't want to see me win. Like,
they don't belong there.
No, man, because what happens when I give you this bread, dog?
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like they want you to give you their money, but have they put in any of their money?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
Just
correct.
not even that, just the work. Like, have you put in the work yet?
Right.
To build your dream or whatever your goals or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like he said though, the first step to everything is believing in yourself. Like, especially in the entertainment business, like you're gonna get a lot of no's. Some people may say they don't like you. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. That should just keep you hungry and make you want to work harder.
Right. Yeah. So just to kind of, myself, because I had to get people to believe in me, and just talking doesn't work.
Never.
So, especially the money that I'm asking for, what I need, it just sounds good, you know.
Now, answer this one, man. So, because a lot of people, they don't understand what it takes when you build a company. They don't understand the grind and how hard it is to actually get it to the point where you want it to be. When you first started City Vodka, how long did it take before you saw like real success that you felt was real success?
Oh shit! I'm still working. Shit, but
but like the moment you sat back and like this is actually working.
You know what's crazy? This is good. So that moment for me was, I was driving down Grand Avenue. It was Grand Avenue and Bethany Home. I think I was at the light. And I looked down and I seen a smashed City Vodka bottle. It was a pint smashed in the street. And I was like, I made it. You know, I was like, shit. You know, like, goddamn, they drinking my shit out here. You know what I mean? Like, yo, so that was.
Hey, mother had to reverse. To the left.
When it picked it up like
that shit.
I know, my ass went pulled over, took a picture with it. Oh my god.
You know what's crazy? You ain't lying, because look, we started this, right? We was like, we gonna start this the podcast, right? Like it's been like 2 months now, right? So we gonna start the podcast. We were just gonna do topics. I ended up going out to Evolution, right? Yeah. So I see I Ain't Fresh there. Oh, you know what I mean? I'm like a pit bull in the game. So what's up, bro? What you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I'm just coming into town. I'm like, man, come do an interview with us, man. Right. He like, all right, back. Right? We lit. So after that, we chilling. And next day, he texted me, of course, like, oh, my manager said this and that. So I'm like, oh, here we go, right? But he actually came through. Oh, did the interview. Man, we did that interview, bro. We had Erica Banks hitting us. Man,
shit. Yeah, see, you never know where they come from, man.
Bro, like, dude from Chicago, Ryan the tattoo be liking our posts. Like a lot of people, bro, like, it's going crazy.
That's
now.
how it starts.
And that's only 2 months. So it's all about, like, how you come, how you do things. And then, like, when we go to L.A., it's finna go crazy. I ain't gonna even say the lineup is in L.A. The lineup in L.A. finna go crazy. They finna be shocked, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, sometimes it's all about who you know, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, who you, you know, prime example, I may know you, right?
Yep.
And I may need a favor for something one day, right? And you may know somebody that's in that lane, you know what I mean? And you can connect me, and they'll do it just off your word. Right. You know what I'm saying? My cousin been in the music industry over 20 years, right? His name Aubrey Banks. He told me, he said he been in the game so long, he could just take you in and get a deal if you want to. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do it off the rip because they respect him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because he brings quality.
It's all about who you know.
And who you know,
Sometimes what you know, but nowadays is who you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't even get in that door. They like, oh, we don't know, buddy. He can't get in, man.
Nah, they're going to be like, how you get in here? Who let you in? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how it go.
All right, the strip club.
Oh yeah, talk about that. We heard you from the strip club.
Oh, she's so excited to say that to me.
Shit. God damn.
Fuck your bottles in the street.
What's the most? What's the most? No. What's the most that you spent at the strip club?
At one time or like over a period of time? Oh, one time.
Yeah, because I did heard you went viral a few times, man.
You made some noise out there.
Probably 20.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 20 at one time.
So you paid for some tuition there.
Yeah,
But throughout time,
That's what you're saying.
How much?
So throughout time,
If you
I
can
only
count or
did
calculate.
strip club stuff for maybe 4 months. It wasn't like it was just a quick run that I did to promote the brand, get it out there. I knew a lot of the girls; they'd always be on their social media shit, and I just know if I can make enough noise and create enough attention. So really, it was just me spending my marketing budget.
Right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
a whole
So,
ass marketing.
yeah. So I just did that, and
And they don't even realize all you gotta do is say that was business.
yeah,
Right.
It's a tax write-off. People
Right
don't
off,
know
right
that.
there.
Right,
Yep.
right.
yeah.
He put some girls through tuition. You know, he paid their
Yeah, and some of their and that's what I said.
wrong with that?
And I pray that hopefully some of their babies' daddies was able to eat a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay a couple car notes and shit. Like, that's good. Buy some formula for the baby. Yeah, So
Hey, no, 20K though. That's big because I done been with a few celebrities. You know me. I
you with
I've been
them?
with a few celebrities and they don't be throwing close to that. Me and him was at the club with somebody. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't put no, I don't
Yeah.
do that. We was at the club with somebody and they ain't throw nothing. You get what I'm
I had to
saying?
give it to him.
So,
I had to give it to a few people that we know. Yeah.
this a full blown known celebrity. You get what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
Yeah.
it be like that sometimes. That's all.
Yeah, that was a good
Niggas
time.
who really getting the bread now is like the investors,
Yeah.
scammers on the real. Like,
Oh, yeah.
man, I'm telling you, like, what old girl say? Who was that? Lotto. She said, "I done made some scammers, get more money than rappers." That's how I be. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
So scammers and investors up now, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
that's just
It's
crazy.
something most people don't know how to invest. That's the I feel like blacks, we just, some of us is starting to get on to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when crypto came out, right? My cousin told me, Aubrey Banks,
Yeah.
he was like, man, we in this group. So what they do is in like California, they get in these groups, right? They be up at 5 in.the morning checking investments. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
And then he told us, he put us on one, right? And man, I forgot the one he put us on, but like we came up like literally like 2 years ago, like, well, I want to say like 22,000.
Yeah, there's a
Like, and that was less than
Ethereum.
3
There's
months. That was a crypto, a certain crypto.
Solana.
Less than 3 months. Jagged, of course. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and it just showed me like, dang, bro, like them investments is real. I'm telling you.
Yeah, when you make the
You
right
don't be
one.
doing it.
Yeah, and you
'Cause
make.
we average black person in America, we get that you give us $50K, we going to the mall, we finna go buy a car,
Blow
we
it
finna
all.
go buy a chain, we going to the strip club.
Nobody's
because
investing at all.
because a lot of us feel that it's the
Image.
it's the
You
image,
have a point to prove. Like,
right?
look at me.
But if there's
Yeah.
nothing behind the image, because eventually it's gonna come to light, right? So you can sit here and have all the chains that you want, you can have all the stuff you can do, you can drive the cars, do all the things, right? But eventually people or someone knows you or is gonna get to know you or it's gonna come out,
Yeah.
And if so, how did you do this? What did you do? So buying the chains and the cars and stuff are cool if it's giving validity to what it is that you're actually doing. So like, I've never really, believe it or not, as I sit here with this big ass chain on, but I sit here like, jewelry has never really been a thing for me. Cars never really been a thing for me. But it's for me, those are tools,
Like
and
talking pieces.
right when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go hang out with these white folks, right, and I
He
go
does
try to
a
get these
Lambo.
money with, I
Yeah.
pull up in the Lamborghini or I pull up in this and that because it's already as a minority, you're already like, this guy, I don't know, this nigga, you know what I'm saying, like, right, so it's like, damn, but then when they get a chance to talk to me and they're like, oh wow, all right, cool, and, oh damn, you own a what? You have oh shit, okay, and then it becomes that, and the next thing you know, then they willing to write the check for whatever it is that I need.
It's just in our DNA. You gotta get a chain. Like I was mad. I came here today and forgot my chain.
Oh.
You gotta get a chain,
That
man.
stamps your.
You gotta get a chain. It's in
The
our
ones you
DNA.
got on right now is good. Matter of fact, sometimes it's the
He's
smaller
lightweight.
ones that are really loud.
Yeah.
It's the, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you don't look like you're compensating for anything or trying to hide anything or do anything. It's just like, man, it's very subtle.
This look like a Sunday chain.
Yeah, see,
Sunday.
see, I couldn't.
He's on his
if I wanted
Sunday
to
stroll
wear,
right
if I wanted
now.
to wear this one or I wanted to wear this skinny one, so I just wore them both.
Fuck it, where
I didn't
You know,
know.
it's in our DNA. So listen, I went to a movie premiere in LA and it was Africans, right? Man, you should have seen their jewelry. Like theirs was 4 times bigger than that. From Africa.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They from Africa. Yeah. I'm talking about like that's where we come from. Like I was like, damn, it was just like
money out there. Boy.
You seen like we come from money, really. You get what I'm saying? All the stuff they don't tell you, we come from money. And in the movie I watched that was filmed in Africa, it was like, damn, Africa, raw as hell.
Yo, I'm gonna share something with you. Check this out. A friend of mine, he's a land developer in Africa, and he was telling me, he said, Wes, your vodka's cool. He said, man, if you wanna be a multi-millionaire, he said, stay in the United States. You can be a millionaire all you want. Mm-hmm. He said, you want to touch those bees? He said, go to Africa. He said, why? He said, because imagine, so like Ghana and Kenya and all that. He said, imagine stuffing the entire United States into Texas. That's just Kenya or Ghana or wherever. Like the populations of these places are incredible. And so there's so much money to be spent out there, but people are so used to seeing the commercials for 89 cents a day. You can feed this little nigga with a you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What you just say, man?
Make it look like
right.
You see us, you be like, oh, look at them.
Africa's really pretty.
You know,
Africa's really pretty.
with the you know, and man, and a lot of resources. A majority of the resources in the world come from Africa. You know what I mean? It's you know. Gosh, man, it's just a lot of money out there. So when you are a king or in a position of power in Africa, I mean, you just got money. It's just like.
Do you feel like once you've like reached the top, do you feel like God isolates you so that you can stay focused on your purpose?
You know what's crazy? So I think two things happen, or one or the other, depending on what path you're on that He has for you. Yeah. He isolates you, yes, or He just throws you some more shit. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's always gonna be that. And once you embrace swimming in shit all the time, then it's not so bad. You know, like jumping in a cold pool. You know, it's like, damn, it's cold for a second, but if you stay in there, it warms up. You get used to it. And it's not so bad. And it's all right, cool. You know, but then there are those that He said, okay, I brought you through enough. I'm gonna isolate you. But the isolation, I believe, is only because He's going to. There's something else. Yeah. There's something else. Yeah. Because He's like, look, all right, because you're this type of person, I have to isolate you because I do know that you're weak in some of these categories with these people, so I need you to be isolated. Yeah. Because I need you to stay focused so you can see the next thing that I throw to you. Exactly. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. You know, so
and
it's
a
little
bring
bit different.
The people that you're with you all the time.
Not all the time, no.
Yeah.
No, not all the time. Because listen, you get one life to live. That's it. You have one path, you have one life, and as you're walking this path, some people are going to be able to walk with you. Some people are going to run faster than you. Some people are going to walk slower than you. Some people go walk with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can share water. You can build a relationship and friendship. Like, yeah, you know. And then at some point you're like, damn, I need to pick up the pace. But it might not be time for them to pick up the pace because they're still trying to catch their breath, drink a little bit, and then you hit a light jog on their ass. Doesn't mean you won't see them later. They might catch up to you. But you have to focus on your path and what's in front of you and what you need to do, and get that shit done. Because again, you got one life. That's it. There's no redos. There's no start overs. There's none of that shit. Like you got one. So what you gonna do with this one? And if you are blessed enough to have children, then it's all right. It doesn't stop. It keeps going. So what are you doing? How are you going to hand this off? How are you going to pass the baton to the children? So because one thing I know, I don't have any kids, but I do know that if I did, how would I want to pass that shit off to them? Am I going to pass it off to them in a walk, or in a struggle, or fumbling it and dropping the baton, or am I in a full sprint? And I yell at them, stick, boom, and they put the hand out, you know what I mean? And I hand it to them, and they take off, right? Like I want to be full steam ahead at all times, and I want everything to be a certain way, whether it's just for me or for my kids or who I'm passing it off to or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Family or whoever, but yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Hey, now go back to what y'all was saying. You can't bring everybody with you too. This one thing I'm gonna give to the world, man. If you're around somebody and they winning, if they put you on something, you got to try to win at it because they can't help you forever.
Yeah.
You got to try to take off with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Do you have any future projects or future endeavors?
Right now, that's the only thing that's in front of me is, so I'll be doing city whiskey, city bourbon, city rum,
You're
city
doing
tequila.
whiskey now? You're doing
I'll be
whiskey?
doing all that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll be doing, I'm building all the city vodka lounges everywhere.
Okay.
Oh.
Like
So-
across the U.S.?
Yes.
Or,
Yep.
oh, nice.
Yep.
I
So
love
I have 4 being
that.
built here as we speak.
Okay.
And I have 1 in Texas. I've got 2 in Florida. Actually, 1 in Chicago.
Okay.
1 in Washington. 1 in San Diego. And another 1 in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Oh, you live.
So
Wow.
how do you manage, like,
Delegate.
okay, yeah.
Did you say one?
Yeah,
Not
delegate.
imagine, delegate.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
One thing that it is okay to do, and I say this to any entrepreneur that is growing, is it is okay to let go, pass the hat, or delegate, let somebody else do the work for you.
People you
It is
trust,
okay.
obviously,
Yes,
right?
no, for sure.
Okay.
Right.
He's like, hold on a minute. Yes.
Running your shit down the toilet.
Right. You know, so the people, obviously you want to trust everybody down the chain of command, but the first set of people that you choose, right, you want them to be, you want to be able to trust them. You want to do all these things because you're going to let them do their thing. And now that's also, like we talked about earlier, is the opportunity. You're giving that opportunity to that person. So now that person is going to put people below them because they want to be a boss too, right? So they want to. So if I find like, okay, I need a marketing director, and I hire you for marketing, right? You're my marketing director. You're gonna do everything marketing. I don't even want to look at the direction of marketing. That is all you, right? So at that point, I do know that you're going to need other people to help you with marketing because you may know. You know what I'm saying, right? And they're like, hey man, I need your help, right? And so then now you create these roles and these things, and then they're gonna be like, well, I know somebody, right? And then they put those people
Right.
under them, right? You know, this whole shit, right? And obviously it stops at some point, but delegation. It's okay to let go. It's all right, and I only stress that because it took me a while to figure that out, because you know. I can do anything. I build cars. I can build houses. I can change. I can do all these floors. I can build a cat. I can do anything. It really doesn't matter. And I'm over time. I always used to be like, yeah. I would never ask for help. And because usually what would happen is I would let somebody come in and help me. And then they didn't do it the way that I needed it done. So I end up having to fucking do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, you know what I mean?
Point.
Let me just do it myself.
So, but what I had to do was slow down, find somebody that it can at least do it kind of good, right? And then teach them, right? Slow down, teach them, hey, this is how I need it done. This is what it is. And I teach them, and then they become great at that. And then I can let it go. Otherwise, it's just a fucking revolving door constantly. It's gonna be a revolving door. All right, man, I can't use you. All right, next person. All right, oh my god. So instead of constantly having a revolving door and being frustrated with people after person after person after person, I'm gonna find one person that I like that comes close enough to what I need, and then I'm just gonna teach him a little bit.
Yeah. Like jobs.
And then I let go.
Yeah.
You know, so before when I was doing, you know, with City Vodka, I would have to put every sticker on every bottle. I'd have to cap every bottle. I have to fill every bottle. I got to put it in. I got to order everybody. I got to go out and do the sales. I got to do everything. Literally everything. I have to do everything. And so at the end of the day, it was holding me back because there's so many hours in a day for me to go do sales, which is the most important thing, right? So if I can only do sales for an hour of the day, but I've got 100 liquor stores in the valley, how do I reach them when I can only do an hour of my time, and then next thing I have to be in the warehouse to cap and bottle and do the things and do the shit, and then I also have to deliver it.
Yeah.
Right. So delegation is really
Key.
Yeah.
What city is your biggest market as of today?
Right now is Arizona, but the next one will be Texas.
Okay.
And then the next one after that will be
Good old
Michigan, and then it's actually going to be a race between Las Vegas and the state of Michigan, because we've been approved by the MGM in Las Vegas to in the MGM, they're like, it's nuts, and they were like,
you think Nevada's going to be your biggest state?
As far as volume, right now, yeah, they might be, but I really don't know. Again, I'm new at this shit, so I really don't know who's buying what and where and how much, and you know what I mean. So I do know that I'm really excited to, even because people like, what if somebody offers, wants to buy it from you and shit like that? I'm like,
retire me.
would you buy it? And I'm like,
right, retire me. And then
absolutely, I would definitely sell. Why? Because I own the distillery that makes the brand. So when I sell the brand, I can just do another brand. Right? Because I have the distillery.
Is it out here local? Distillery?
Yeah, it's right by the airport over here.
Oh, there you go, man.
And the name of my distillery is CEO Distilling. And the reason why it's called CEO Distilling is because I want to help other people become their own CEOs of their own brand, right? And it kind of started off of relationships that I have in the industry, like Chris Brown, for example. I'm supposed to do his brand called Breezy Vodka. I've got Post Malone. I'll be doing his shit called Post Melon, which is a melon flavored vodka.
Yeah. Okay, so you'd be doing some white label.
Be doing some cognac for Gucci, man. Yeah. But one thing that I've seen in this industry is anytime that an artist is offered a liquor brand, it's like, for example, 50 Cent. 50, effing vodka was already a brand. Right. Then they were like, well, shit, we need some help. Let's put a celebrity on it. So put 50 on it. And they gave 50 3%, right? But even still, 3%. 50 sold his 3% for $60 million. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mad at it. No, right. You have George Clooney with Casamigos. Before he sold it for $1 billion. Then you have, what is it called? Skinny Girl Vodka. Which was like, the whatever, she was on Shark Tank and all the other shit, but she sold it for $142 million before it even hit the shelf. What was the other one? Pinnacle Vodka. They have all the flavors and all that shit. Yeah. They're not even in every market in the United States. They sold for $600 million. So jeez. What I wanted to do with these celebrities was, it's like, look, come fuck with me, man. I'm gonna get you right. I don't care. I'm not giving you 3%. I'll give you. Look, I'll do a 70-30 split with you. You can take 70. I'll take 30. Why? Because I can keep doing multiple brands for celebrities. Right. Yeah. Right. So I can start putting more money back into these these artists' hands. Because some of these cats you think is doing great, they in some fucked up deals. You know what I'm saying? And and these labels are taking everything. So if we can create another avenue to really, put some bread back in their pocket so they can really start taking care of their families and doing all the shit that's needed, let's go ahead and do that. So, there's no limitations. There's no nothing. Would I sell my brand? Absolutely. I've been offered twice, didn't take it, and that offer was very fruitful as well. But that just let me know that I'm in the right lane and I'm moving. You're doing something. Yeah, man.
You said 2018, man. So like the fact that it's 2024, that's not even 10 years, man. Everyone usually has like a 10-year goal, bro.
10-year. That's good,
man.
You can't be mad at that.
So you said you got 2 deals, right?
Yeah, I got
to tell us which one of them.
Oh,
and why you declined?
The best you can.
If you can.
I can't disclose a name, but the dollar amount was $2.8 million.
Okay,
that was the first one. The second one was 3.6. But I'm just sitting here like, listen, Tito's just got offered $3 billion. I love Tito's, and he told them no. He's now worth $4 billion. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, he ain't got no flavors, no nothing. It's the same fucking bottle. That's it. So I'm like, damn, all right, well, shit, I'm going to do the same. Why can't I do the same shit? Mm-hmm. I want to have a top shelf taste with a bottom shelf price. That's how I win. Mm-hmm. So, one of the reasons why one of my favorite movies was American Gangster with Denzel Washington. He had a better product that he sold for less. Right, if you don't know, he sold cocaine.
He changed the game out there.
He sold cocaine. He had the purest shit from heroin. Yeah, heroin. Yeah, had the best product, and sold it for less. So he had a pure product and sold it for less than the competition, which was stepped on, mixed with shit, do all the other shit. So if you have an opportunity to get some pure shit for cheaper than the bullshit, you're gonna buy that every time.
Most people are gonna go for the bottom.
Right. Yeah. If they know that it's quality. So right now, it's nothing but bullshit at the bottom shelf. In the well, it's bullshit. Everything is bullshit. My competition is like Pop Off or Svedka. These brands that you had.
I've never even heard of these
you know
brands.
What I mean? Like,
no,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, all right, well, why can't I make it taste better than that? And then because that I make it, I can control the price of it. So it's like, all right, bet. So I'm gonna make it cheaper than that. So right now I'm the cheapest thing in the liquor store. You can get this bottle right here. This is a 1 liter. Well, you can get that bottle for $5. You know, if you're as a wholesaler, right? In the liquor store, you can pay $8 for a
What's the
fifth.
percentage?
Ooh.
It's 80%, 40%.
Would you
Now-
ever do
She
flavors?
be dropping them jaws for
40%.
$5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
40%.
Hold on, man. D. Hold on, D. What'd you say, D?
40%, 80 proof.
80
Yeah.
proof.
You
Yeah.
heard
Hey,
right.
that's 80 proof. She dropping them things.
Yeah.
She gonna drop
Yeah.
them things.
Yeah. No, to get you right. So I just wanted, good quality, something that tastes good. And if
Got the job right.
yeah, I mean, it gets the job
So
done.
Wes, is this all you drink too, man? When you're running,
That's
around?
all I drink,
That's
literally.
all you
That
drink, huh?
or I'll drink tequila. That's it. But
kind of
I drink
tequila?
this if I don't want hangovers
Are
and
you
shit.
doing tequila?
Yeah, I'll be doing tequila next. So right now I'm playing with some flavors and stuff right now. I actually have a trip planned to Guadalajara next week. So
Be careful
I'll
out there,
going
man.
down there. Yeah. I
It's
gotta.
crazy out there, man. Be careful. In
Yeah,
Guadalajara.
no, it's yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be a good trip. I'm flying straight in. They're gonna pick me up from the airport and take me straight to the distillery.
Home of the tequila,
And,
man.
Yeah,
You're in
no.
the right spot, man.
Yeah,
Look at you.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So,
It's dope, man.
And you're just doing this like all by yourself.
so recently, yeah, I brought in some new investors. Actually, I have some new investors. Again, to those who are being, on the entrepreneur trip. Entrepreneurs, man, investors are so important. Don't look at it like, well, I don't want to give up part of my company and I don't want to do this. Man, this is my shit and I work hard for it and I don't want to give up to, you know what I'm saying? Now, negotiating what it is that you give them, cool. But investors, if they're willing to help you grow to the next level, like right now I've got these deals on the table with Walmart, Costco, the MGM and all these things, but I can't fulfill those orders in the small space that I'm in. So I need an investor. So I say, hey, look, investor, I need a bigger facility. I need bigger bottle machines. I need more bottles to cut my bottle cost down so I can do this. Because I'm in the volume business. I mean, I got to sell a lot of this shit to make money. You know what I mean? So I'm not a Grey Goose bottle where it's $46. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's like I got to sell a lot of that, like Taco
You
Bell.
got margins to cover,
Yeah.
man.
So you need help. So I reached out. I got some help, and so now I have partners now. So which I love to death. One of them, his name is Face. He goes by Face. A lot of people know him, but man, I love him. He's my brother. He has had my back from day one, from the very first thing I ever started doing. When I had a little TV show on ABC for a little bit called Destination Television. Then I transitioned into my vids. But he was there every step of the way. He's never told me no. He's always given his shirt off his back to help me. He's never, like, it's just been boom, like, whatever you need, I got you. So I owe him everything. So he's great. Yeah, shout out Face. Yeah, that's my guy, man. Love you, brother. So
What's in the game for you?
an end game for me would be, really simple but big at the same time, is I just want to have my shoes off all the time, and I want to walk around and sand and beaches and do things, but also for the rest of my life, I just want to take my winnings and earnings that I work so hard for to help others create their end game. So they
Okay.
can sit on this couch with you guys and you can ask them that question.
I like
Right?
that.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope, man.
yeah,
We-
then but also another important thing is, who do you do it with? Who do you do these things with? Do you do it? Are you doing it by yourself? Are you in a relationship? Do you do these things? If you are in a relationship, you have to just really make sure that that person fully understands what it is that you're doing. Communication, talking is very important.
You think it's hard to be in a relationship with what you're doing?
Yeah, actually, it's very hard because you have a lot of people that say, when I get into a relationship, I tell them everything up front. I don't disclose everything, but I kind of give them a gist. Like, look, this is what I do. This is where I'm at. I'm always out and
You have to
about.
travel a lot.
Yeah, right. I'm always in the club. There's always going to be girls around me. There's always this and that. Blah 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 blah.
Just my friend.
Right. But I also say you're more than welcome to come. You can come, but normally they can't because they got a 9 to 5. They got to show up to work the next day. They can't be out with me till 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? So they end up not coming. But I'm very open and honest. But then because people see the life that you're living a little bit, and creating your own schedule and doing all they only see the glitz and glamour. They don't like today. I made a lot of good money today, but I had to go through some bullshit before I got here. Because people called in, it was just fucked up. So I had to do a lot of work today, but whatever, that's fine. But
that's with any job.
Right.
Even if you worked a 9 to 5, like you still have to work hard to get that check at the end of the day.
And don't get me wrong, 9 to 5s to me, to be honest with you, are like probably the biggest hustle you can have because it's a guaranteed paycheck. You know that you can show up to work the next day. You got a spot. Right, and then you can work your boss, you can work your position, you can work your way up in that. Right, there's so 9 to 5s. Listen, but also 9 to 5ers make your shit go. They make my shit work.
Right.
If motherfuckers wasn't willing to show up to help me bottle and do all this shit, then what the because they had this entrepreneur mindset.
Right.
They're not
You wouldn't have what you wouldn't have them. That's
right. So no, they're a key 100.
Yeah,
they make the world go. And so. But just finding the right person to do it with. I think that I've decided in my life that I'm actually probably gonna go, maybe go the poly route. But so I'm very like
Explain.
So okay, and the reason why I say that is because kind of how we just kind of discussed. Not everybody can do the things that. That's in my relationship with me. They can go with me and go and travel and go everywhere because they've got their 9 to 5 that they have to do. So where the problems end up lying is when I'm gone, they hate that I'm gone, or they miss me, or they're this or that, or how come and they get this jealousy or this or something that makes them mad that I'm gone, that I can't be there. Well, how come these people get your time and I can? How come you're there? And it's like, damn. So if I have another girl with me, on the squad that can take care of my girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, right?
That's a good one.
To be able to help out, cook, clean, do the things, take care of the kids, do whatever. Listen, the poly shit to me isn't always. It ain't about. Oh, it's not sex. Yeah, it's not always about sex.
Yeah.
It's not that. But also having the correct mindset to going into a poly relationship is highly important. Most niggas do get into poly situations because like, I get to fuck 2 bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with that attitude, it never ends up working.
Right.
You have to be completely open and completely honest with each other and say, hey, look, man. And so when I get into a situation like that, I have to say this is the reason why. See, so like just now when I brought it up, it's like, oh
Everyone's
shit,
like,
right?
So you wouldn't,
Right,
you wouldn't
but
fuck
then I
both
say
bitches.
why? No, of
No,
course
he
I
said
would.
he would, but that's not the main
Of course
reason
I would. It's not.
Fucking bitches is life. It's not bad.
But it also doesn't start off that way. It's not like. First off, men out there, if you're getting into a and you're trying to convince your bitch, you are not allowed to bring the bitch home. You can't bring a bitch to your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. Like she got to that whole situation. She has to find it because they're going to be spending the time together.
Exactly.
They have to.
You can't just bring some random person. Be like, hey, here you go.
Right.
Hey, it's 2024. If you
Because
get the right one, you can, man. It's 2024. Some of them are going for it.
Right.
Some people, but not.
Listen,
no.
because flip it, and everybody, and they gonna feel it.
Right.
If your bitch brought a nigga home and was like, yeah, he's down. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, what?
Exactly.
What do you mean he's down? And how do y'all know each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just gotta be. Is that what
it came
work.
down to though? Like for you personally?
I have not had the pleasure to be in that kind of a situation yet.
He's taking
I
applications.
am not in that situation yet. Yeah. But here's the thing too. I think that that you know, a lot of people gonna hate me for it, but men ain't supposed to have just one. I don't think.
Here we go.
No. Listen, unless I say it, because you look at every other culture but the United States. You know what I'm saying? I think that like it's
I really hate that.
everywhere.
Oh
No, right, for sure, right,
That's
for
Old
sure,
Testament,
right.
D. That's Old Testament.
Right.
And who wrote it? I'm
Right.
Right though.
Right. But you know, I think that when you
Why
look
is
at
that? Yeah.
okay, look at this. Check it out. If you look at lions, right, in the wilderness, right, you have lions, right. You have a lion. You have a lion, and you got this lion and his bitches, right? And right
Done.
now,
I'm
now
over
listen,
it.
now listen, but listen, now listen what I'm saying. Now hear me out. Look. You got the lion and his bitches. Now this lion isn't running off to another pride to go fuck other lionesses. All he do is hold it down for his bitches. Now what his bitches do?
Hold it down.
What do? They're the ones that go hunt. They bring the shit. And while the king, because he has a very important role because he's dominant, right? But what does he do? In the meantime, he frolics in the tall grass. And
Yeah.
he climbs
Doesn't do
trees.
shit,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
fucking on
Until it's a
vacation.
motherfucking problem.
You know.
Until another lion run up on him and his
Right.
bitches.
Right.
That nigga got to show up and show out. So
Right,
you know what I mean? It's like
right.
so he's the protector. He makes sure that everything is in line with his women, right? With his you know what I mean? Like right now listen, now right? You got, no, it's I swear to God, I'm telling you, you gotta have a lion you can trust.
Come down from that tree, like you said, he like, where's my bitches? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They-
He's gonna do
Where's my problem? Where's my
everything.
bitches?
He's gonna do everything that's needed to keep those lionesses happy. He's going to be there. He's gonna do all the things. No, I'm telling you.
Wes,
Listen,
hey, Wes.
to learn how to bow down to your king. The king, when you watch Lion King, Mufasa was the king.
Who made that, man?
Now he ain't lying
Oh
because
my
when you
God.
watch Mufasa,
Wow.
when you watch Mufasa, he had a lot of
Right.
female lions around him.
Who came up with that movie?
Now I get it. Those was his
Mufasa.
bitches.
Man.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
done.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm not done.
Dad's not. Listen,
This is an excuse.
I'm gonna say this, Wes.
yeah.
You live a wild life, my friend.
Listen, you are the
number
Lion
one.
King.
That's number
I haven't.
Number two.
Okay.
Number two. That sounds like a whole lot of stress, my
Just
friend.
call me Mufasa.
No, listen.
Mufasa.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When you get that
West
bag, when you get
West
that,
Fasa.
money is everything. So, you know, people fall in line. You know, right now. So I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking about doing the next movie on the poly life. Like that's the new. It's the new you dig. You know what I'm saying?
Look at them.
Bye.
Hey, listen.
Can I-
All the chicks be saying that, but if they get with the nigga with the right bag and it's 2 or 3 of them,
That is true.
before the end of
That
the
is
night,
true.
before you know it, they gon', you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask
The
a
amount of
question
money,
before we
money,
cut this?
money does
Can I?
change mine.
Can-
That is for damn sure.
Can I ask a question before? I know they queuing to shut it down. But can I ask this question? So, I would love to hear the reason why you guys are smacking and popping your lips right now.
Well,
It's just so I have the perspective of what.
Are you
know what I mean?
serious?
No,
So the
it's
fact that
just
you
some-
don't even see it is already fucking mind-boggling.
No, but
it's
what's
just
the
some man
what's the
shit
problem with
to
him?
me.
no?
Like, I don't know.
It's not for every man and every woman. No.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Let me
Yeah, it
ask y'all
doesn't mean it
this.
has
Y'all
to be
can
that
have-
way.
Do
but
I
it's
believe
just like-
in one-on-one love? Absolutely. If I
Would
find
you
that,
guys,
cool.
would you guys
let
be
me ask you
okay
this.
if I had 2 guys?
That's not the way the world.
Right.
That's
No,
not
no,
how.
I know, but like if
Men
I
are
had 2,
alpha. We control. We are shit. We can't let another alpha come fuck our girl. Like that doesn't work.
and who said I'm gonna let that happen?
So listen, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask
She
y'all
just
this.
saying
Real quick, we gotta cut.
hypothetically.
Real quick,
Yeah,
we gotta cut.
hypothetically.
Okay with
I'm
that,
gonna
not
ask y'all
like
this and we gotta
actually.
cut.
Because men are
What you got, D?
Into y'all life, y'all both had relationships, right? The relationships didn't work. Niggas fucked you over, screwed you over, whatever they say, right? But this nigga come in your life and he like y'all friends, and he like I want to take care of both of y'all. Y'all be like, oh, he on some bullshit, right? But he actually do it and he keep it real with you and he change y'all lives. Y'all ain't never experienced this type of love. He keep it with you.
Man, fuck y'all. Hey man, cut. This is it. This is the wrap. I'm out of here. Thanks for having me.
Real quick.
Hold on,
Real quick. Hold on. Listen.
That's where you lost me.
Hold on. Look, we appreciate you for coming
You lost
out.
me at
Yeah.
love.
Lay it on the table on the podcast. This was a dope
I love
ass
you.
interview, man. My boy got a lot in the works. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to City Vodka. Shout out to my boy Wes.
Thank you.
Shout
Hey,
out
mo-
to
Going
City
on.
Hey,
Hey.
most importantly, though,
Yeah,
Wes,
get that.
most importantly,
Hey.
we are proud of you, man. Seriously,
you.
we
Thank
are
you.
proud of you.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
an inspiration.
This the only place that I'm able to just.